Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to see some problems using the psychometric chart. But I understand that, by looking psychometric chart, it may seem a bit difficult. However, I am confident that by the end of this video, you will be able to solve problems with confidence. Here's what we are covering. So, in this video, we will see how we can find psychometric properties of air. Like, percentage humidity, molar absolute humidity, partial pressure of water vapor, relative humidity, dew point, humid volume, humid heat, and enthalpy by using psychometric chart. So let's see the first example. An air and water vapor sample has a dry bulb temperature of 55 degrees Celsius, and absolute humidity of 0.030 kilograms water per kilogram dry air, at 1 standard atmospheric pressure. Vapor pressure of water at 55 degrees Celsius is 118 mm Hg. Tabulate its characteristics. So in this example, we have given a dry bulb temperature is equal to 50 degrees Celsius. Absolute humidity, that is Y dash, is equal to 0.030 kilograms water per kilogram dry air. And vapor pressure of water at 55 degrees Celsius, that is PA, is equal to 118 mm of mercury. And we have to find all the psychometric properties of the mixture, like percentage humidity, molar absolute humidity, partial pressure of water vapor, relative humidity, dew point, humid volume, humid heat, enthalpy. So let's calculate all these properties one by one using psychometric chart. But if you don't know how to read psychometric charts or need a refresher, check out my earlier video, How to Read the Psychometric Chart, or you can click the link in the description box. It's a step-by-step guide that will make this topic much easier to follow. So let's start. Okay, so first let's calculate the percentage humidity. By using a psychometric chart, we can calculate the percentage humidity. So as we know, this is the psychometric chart, where all the properties are presented in SI units. The x-axis shows the dry bulb temperature. The curved lines represent constant percentage humidity values. To calculate the percentage humidity, draw a vertical line from the dry bulb temperature of 55 degrees Celsius. Next, draw a horizontal line from the absolute humidity of 0.03 grams per kilogram of dry air. These two lines intersect at a point, let's call it point A. From this point, we can get percentage humidity if any curved line passes from this point. Now, look closely at point A. It doesn't lie exactly on one of the curved lines for percentage humidity. Instead, we can see that point A lies between two curved lines corresponding to constant percentage humidity of 30% and 20%. This means the percentage humidity is somewhere between 30% and 20%, but we can't determine the exact value directly from the chart. So to find the exact percentage humidity, let's use formula. So the formula for percentage humidity is Y dash divided by Ys dash into 100, where Y dash is absolute humidity, which is given as 0.03 kilograms water per kilogram dry air. And Ys dash has saturation humidity at 55 degrees Celsius. So, why are we taking saturation humidity at 55 degrees Celsius? Because we have given a dry bulb temperature of 55 degrees Celsius. But we don't have Ys dash, so first let's calculate Ys dash from the psychometric chart. So to calculate Ys dash, that is saturation humidity, in a psychometric chart, draw a vertical line from the dry bulb temperature of 55 degrees Celsius until it meets the 100% humidity curve. Let's call this point B. Now, draw a horizontal line from point B, which gives a value of saturation humidity as Ys dash is equal to 0.115 kilograms water per kilogram dry air. Hence from the psychometric chart, we get Ys dash is equal to 0.115 kilograms water per kilogram dry air. Now, let's put the value of Y dash and Ys dash in the formula, hence we get percentage humidity is equal to 26.1%. Now let's calculate the next property. That is molar absolute humidity. As we know, the formula for molar absolute humidity is Y is equal to Y dash into mB divided by MA, where mB is the molecular weight of air, which is equal to 28.97, and MA is the molecular weight of water vapor, which is equal to 18.02. So after putting the value of Y dash, mB, and MA in the formula, and solving it, we get molar absolute humidity is equal to 0.0482 kilomole water per kilomole dry air. Now let's calculate the next property, that is the partial pressure of water vapor in the sample. So the formula for the partial pressure of water vapor is PA bar is equal to Y into PT divided by 1 plus Y, where Y represents molar absolute humidity, and we've already calculated it. And PT is total pressure, which is equal to 1.0133 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. So, after putting all the values, we get the partial pressure of water vapor is equal to 4660 newtons per meter square. Now, let's calculate the next property, that is relative humidity. So the formula for relative humidity is the relative humidity is equal to PA bar divided by PA into 100, where PA bar represents the partial pressure of water vapor, which we have already calculated. PA is the vapor pressure of water, which is given as 118 millimeters of mercury. In newtons per meter square, it becomes 15,730 Newton per square meter. So after putting all the values, we get the relative humidity is equal to 29.6%. Now, let's calculate the next property, that is the dew point. So to calculate the dew point on the psychometric chart, let's draw a horizontal line from point A to meet the saturation curve at point C. Then, draw a vertical line from point C, which shows the dew point temperature of 31 degrees Celsius. Hence from the psychometric chart, we get dew point temperature is equal to 31 degrees Celsius. Now, let's calculate the next property, that is humid volume. For that first, let's calculate the specific volume of dry air from the psychometric chart. For that, on psychometric chart, draw a vertical line from point A until it meets the curve for a specific volume of dry air. Let's call this point D, which shows the specific volume as 0.91 meters cube per kilogram dry air. Then next calculate the humid volume of saturated air. For that, draw a vertical line from point A until it meets the curve for saturated humid volume. Let's call this point A, which shows the humid volume as 1.10 meters cube per kilogram dry air. Hence from the psychometric chart, we get the specific volume of dry air is equal to 0.91 meters cube per kilogram dry air. And humid volume of saturated air is equal to 1.10 meter cube per kilogram dry air. But, the percentage humidity of the sample air is 26.1%. Hence we have to calculate the humid volume of sample air for 26.1% humidity. Hence humid volume of sample air is obtained by interpolation for 26.1% humidity. Hence, we can calculate it as VH is equal to 0.93 plus 1.10 minus 0.093 into 0.261. After solving it, we get humid volume of sample air is equal to 0.974 meters cube per kilogram dry air. Now, next calculate humid heat. So, the formula for humid heat is CS is equal to CB plus Y dash into CA, where CA is the specific heats of the vapor, which is equal to 1.884 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. And CB is the specific heats of the dry gas, which is equal to 1.005 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Hence after putting the values, we get humid heat is equal to 1061.5 joule per kilogram dry air. Now, let's calculate the last property, which is enthalpy. So to calculate enthalpy of sample air, let's calculate the enthalpy of dry air. For that, on psychometric chart, draw a vertical line from point A until it meets the curve for enthalpy of dry air. Let's call this point A, which shows the enthalpy of dry air as 56 kilojoules per kilogram dry air. Then next calculate the enthalpy of saturated air. For that, draw a vertical line from point A until it meets the curve for enthalpy of saturated air. Let's call this point F, which shows the enthalpy of saturated air as 352 kJ per kilogram dry air. Hence, from psychometric chart, we get enthalpy of dry air is equal to 56 kilojoules per kilogram dry air, and enthalpy of saturated air is equal to 352 kJ per kilogram dry air. But the percentage humidity of the sample air is 26.1%. Hence, we have to calculate the enthalpy of sample air at 26.1% humidity. Hence, enthalpy of sample air is obtained by interpolation for 26.1% humidity. Hence, we can calculate it as. Hence, we get enthalpy equal to 133,300 joule per kilogram dry air. So that's all about psychometric chart. In this way, if you know any two properties of air, we can calculate all other properties of air from the psychometric chart. In the next video, we will see another topic. So keep watching. So if you like my video, please like my video, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel.